In verse 1 of chapter 10 it says, Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you. And whenever we keep our minds stayed upon the Lord, our life is ruled by the word of the living God. We're not a religious people. We're not a people that's trying to keep the law of God. We are a born again, blood-washed, redeemed by the precious blood of Jesus. We are the blood bought of Jesus. And we are in the new covenant. Jesus said when he took the cup, he said, This is the new covenant in my blood. So it says here to hear the word of the Lord. So we hear the word of the Lord when he talks to us. And then it tells us to learn not the way of the heathen. There's a lot of people today claiming to be Christians and they're learning the ways of the heathen. They're taking everything at face value. I was listening to Lester Summerall called to preach to the nations of the world at his late teens. And when he was 26, he had already come in contact with Smith Wigglesworth. There were 60 years between them, but he learned so much from Smith. He always wanted to meet him, but finished up he was preaching at the same conference hall, and he met him, and Smith Wigglesworth invited him to his house. Having lived in England for a year or two, he didn't want to be sticking out like a sore thumb, so he dressed like the English. So he turned up Smith Wigglesworth's door, knocked the door, and Smith opened the door. And he looked at him, and he's standing there with his umbrella over one arm and a paper on the other. And Smith looked at him, and he says, What's that you got under your arm? He says, It's a daily newspaper. Well, he says, You're not coming on here with that, because the only truth in this house. And he refused to let the daily newspaper come into his house. So Donald Trump's not the first one to catch on to fake news.